Hey everybody out there, it's 604 Comics, and I'm here with one of my favorite series right now from the Marvel Universe. This is FF issue number 4. So there are quite a few things going on in this issue, and if you may, I'm going to talk about each of them separately, starting with the major story going on in this issue. If you couldn't tell, based on the cover, this one was heavy on She-Hulk. What's happening is She-Hulk is going on a date with Wyatt Wingfoot, who I believe was a former romantic interest in She-Hulk's life. I might have to research that on the internet once I finish this review, but nevertheless, that is what's going on in this issue. She-Hulk is going on a date with Wyatt Wingfoot, and the Moltoids, they have a crush on Jen. So once they find out that she's going on this date, they go to Bentley in an effort to try to sabotage the date. But it's like one of those comedy movies where they try to ruin the date, but what ends up happening is they make the date so much better, and that's what's happening throughout dinner. They try to do something to sabotage it, but they make it better. And then they try to bring this monster up, I guess, to attack something or try to ruin the date. But what ends up happening is, I guess it creates this spectacle, underground water show, and again, makes the date so much better. They bring out this planetary inferno cube that Fantastic Four had invented, and their intention was to burn down the building so that Jen would have to stop the date and rescue everyone. But again, they fail miserably, and they end up having a really good time dancing. She-Hulk and Wyatt do. And finally, Bentley throws a cube on the ground, and it creates this amazing light show in the sky, and that sets up the perfect conditions for their kiss. So everything they try to do to sabotage the date ends up making the date so much better, so they failed miserably. And I guess that ends their infatuation with She-Hulk, I guess. They realize that they can't woo her, so they give up. And then Bentley is completely frustrated with himself. I don't really know this character, but I guess he's trying to be a supervillain, and here he's moping and talking about how he's the worst villain ever, and for some reason Medusa is there, and she apparently is going to try to help Bentley become this villain. So I don't know what that is all about, but I'm super interested. Like, there's so many things going on in this issue. There was a date, there was this ending here. We also can't forget how issue number 3 ended, where they say they've got to kill Dr. Doom. And Alex in this issue becomes the moral compass and says, who are they to decide whether or not Dr. Doom lives or dies? So that's something that's put in there, and then he confronts Scott, and then Alex brings Scott's daughter into this, and then that just sets Scott off, and he tells him to get out. There's also this scene here where Medusa questions whether this is the real Johnny Storm, because he doesn't act like the Johnny Storm that she knows. Now, she doesn't really think this, but she brought that up and said it out loud because she wanted to see what kind of reaction this Johnny would have, and I guess his reaction confirms that this really might not be the Johnny Storm of the Fantastic Four. So that's going to have another element that's going to add some more mystery and intrigue into this series. So really well done this issue, a lot of stuff happening, and still enjoying this series a lot. It's fun, and it's starting to get good now. Now we have a lot of elements thrown in there, and there's a lot of roads and a lot of avenues for Matt Fraction to take this series with. So this issue, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. Really enjoyed it. Nothing bad to say about it, and I hope you guys go check this out if you're not reading this. This is 604 Comics, and thank you for watching. Bye.